Mommy.
Hey, Daddy. What's up?
What are we doing today?
We are going to go see the farmers. They got a new house in Monticello, so we're going to go out there and spend Memorial Day with them, have a little cookout, let the kids play.
Happy Memorial Day, everybody. Well, by the time you watch this, it won't be anymore, but
thank you for all that served.
yes, we as a family always try to definitely remember what this day is about, and we want to honor and remember all those who have fought for our country and paid the ultimate sacrifice. It's not a very light thing to talk about. It's very heavy, and it's very close to our hearts just because my little brother Lane is a Marine, and so just having someone close to home that's kind of serving and has served, and my grandpa was in the military, and uncle's in the military, and Brenda's grandpa is in the military. And so there's a lot that are very close to home for us, and we always just try to have the greatest amount of respect for our servicemen and women. And so today we celebrate those who are still with us, and we honor them, and we remember those who, like we said, paid the ultimate sacrifice. So anyway, I wanted to take just a quick second. This video is going to be much different. We're not going to shoot a ton in terms of a daily vlog because it's going to be a long video anyway. Cece's got her suitcase. What have you got?
That you're running.
This video is going to be more like a video style podcast, honestly. It's probably going to be about 20 to 30 minutes of just talking. Brenda and I we sit down the other night and recorded basically our story and how we met, because this Wednesday is our 9-year anniversary. We thought that it would be a great time to kind of tell you our story. And so that's what this video is mostly going to be about. So if you're not into that kind of thing, it may not be a very exciting video to watch, in terms of videography, because it's just us talking. But we do hope you stick around and hear the story. We hope it blesses you. And Mom's getting the bottles ready.
It's better?
Yeah.
Sissy, tell us what you got.
What?
You got a watch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hair dye?
Your hair. Take your passy out so you can talk. Or not.
This?
It's a hair dryer too. You got 2 hair dryers in case one goes bad.
Always thought it'd be
Comb?
prepared.
We're Team Yeti in this house.
If you couldn't tell.
We're gonna switch over now, and this will be the video podcast type thing that we did the other night. We hope you enjoy, and thank you for watching.
Oh, I love you so much. Say
There
hi.
you are.
Hi.
Okay. Hey everyone. Our anniversary is coming up soon. Our 9-year anniversary is
It
on
is.
June the 2nd. That's on Tuesday.
Yep.
No, Wednesday.
There's a calendar we're looking
Yeah,
at.
it's Wednesday of next week. So we thought we'd make a video just kind of explaining sort of our backstory, how we met, just a couple, some things that we've been through, that kind of stuff, and share it with you guys. I know Jeremy posted a video of what Jeremy had made from Valentine's Day, about a little bit of how we're high school sweethearts and all of that, so it's cute.
Yeah, honestly, every couple has their own unique story, I feel like. And ours is one of, honestly, a lot of trial. I feel like even from the get-go at a very young age, young into our relationship, we were met with some pretty big challenges that most teenagers probably wouldn't, I won't say most, but typically when you're in high school, you don't think about disease and death being at the top of your problem
Usually
list.
not.
And so, do you want me to tell my side first or your side, because they're different? Like we disagree on like the
You
beginning.
can tell them your side, but just know that it's false.
It's not though.
It's
really
your
not false.
version is not
Okay.
real.
So we had well, before I get there, I open up my MySpace and I have a friend request from this girl whose picture is like you kind of like your head is angled downward and you're looking up like at your camera, which is probably like one of those.
This was 2007. It was like a Canon, like a little
PowerShot, I think is the name of them, right?
Yeah, just a little digital camera.
And I was like, who is this emo girl? Like,
That was in at that
well,
time.
yeah,
that
it was in. And to be fair, listen, I went through every stage you can go through as a high schooler, from like cowboy to metalhead. Like I was all of them. So I denied her. I didn't know who she was. Now, fast forward a little bit. We had mutual friends. Her best friend and my best friend at the time were dating. And I go to a ball game one evening, and they're together, and we're talking, and lo and behold, they let me know that girl that I had not confirmed or accepted on my friends list was actually...
I swear I
Brenda.
don't remember sending you that request. I literally remember your friend messaging me, and he was like, hey, I know this guy. His name's Jeremy Baker. And then I searched you on MySpace, and your profile picture was one, you didn't have your mohawk spiked up, but it was just down, and you
Yes.
had like a ball cap over it, maybe.
Yeah,
and you guys were on the beach or something like that. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't think so. Like I told him, like,
Yeah, it
I
was-
just
I
don't
think
think so. So I didn't send you a request. I thought you looked weird because
See.
of your hair. So I really don't know.
Anyway, so MySpace began the journey.
But it really started in person.
yeah.
Like we had to see each other in person, I guess.
And
I don't
so
know.
honestly, I think if I remember correctly, after I figured out that you were that person, like who my friends had told me about,
Mm-hmm.
at some point we went back to MySpace, found each other's accounts, and like accepted each other, said hi. And like I remember, go back and watch the video that I posted, like the Valentine's Day Sweet Sabi one, like the lockers that I'm standing at there. I teach at that high school now, and so I remember we
Were they the
messaged
same
each
color?
other. No, they were like yellow.
I thought
feel
they were
like.
yellow, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So we messaged each other and like planned this big meetup. I don't know if we
That
called each
morning.
other on the phone, or it was probably just through Messenger or something.
I don't know that I knew what you sounded like. I didn't really know what you looked
I had a
like.
green DC hoodie on.
Yes.
I remember that. And
I
you-
was 15. I was a sophomore. He was a senior. He was 17.
Brenda
it
was like a-
It was December 2007.
She was like a cartoon character. She had the same outfit every day. It was like bell-bottom pants and these like American Eagle Hollister, boot cut, like long sleeve shirts with like the
A
like,
V-neck.
No, it wasn't. Well,
It was
some,
a V-neck.
Some was V, but some was round, and you had like the under the tank top under.
A cami, straight across
Yeah,
it.
I mean it wasn't like a white tank top from Walmart. Cami. So anyway, that started it, and it was good.
I don't even remember what we said.
I think we went to like the Mexican restaurant or went out with our mutual friends, and like I asked you out or something, and
We don't remember that date. Like I don't. It was in
Yeah.
December of 2007.
it was like December 5th.
I don't know. I don't think that was right.
I
but-
think it was like the 5th, I believe. It was snowing outside of Dennis
Was
and
that the
Terry's
first
house.
time or second time that we got
Well,
together?
I don't know.
Because
Anyway. So,
it's all
2 weeks passed by, and she calls me, and she's like, my ex-boyfriend is calling me, and he's so sad, and like, I don't know what to do. And like at that point, I knew I'm getting ready to get dumped, and so she breaks up with me.
Would have been 2 weeks. We hadn't had time to like
No, well,
really get to know each other. I don't know.
well, she dumped me after 2 weeks, and some amount of time went by, and
It wasn't very long.
I was driving at the time, and our mutual friends, I picked him. He rode to school with me every single morning, so I picked him up, and he was like, "Hey, Brenda was asking about you." This is probably like 3 weeks later or
Yeah,
something.
I don't even know. It could not have been that long.
And so I was like, I knew she'd come running back, you know. And so
I don't even remember how that conversation started again.
Yeah, I don't know how I don't know how the
I don't know
conversation
how
initiated.
It was
itself.
probably over MySpace.
Yeah, it was over
that was-
MySpace.
Granted, this is the time before texting.
Yeah.
I know some people may not believe that, like, texting was not a thing.
I don't even remember.
It was
Honestly,
not a thing in 2007.
I think I had one of those, like, maybe.
I had Did I have my BlackBerry then?
No, you didn't have your BlackBerry then. I think I had like maybe a
It
Razor.
was one of those little flip phones, like that flipped up with
Yeah.
the keyboard.
Right.
I think is what I had. You didn't have. I don't think it was the Razor. It was
Later
a
on
little
in
bit
our
after
relationship,
that.
I got
We
the
had
BlackBerry, and it was I love that phone. That BlackBerry, I had the bigger
With
one.
that little ball, I had the little one.
You had
and it
the-
was
yeah.
cute. It was pearl
I love those
colored and
things.
had pink on it. I loved it.
Comment below if you had one of those Blackberries. Those were the bomb. The little rolly balls. I wish
Mine
BlackBerry would
was
make a comeback.
my other one was a Samsung. It was like blue and gray, and it had just the regular thing, and then you swap it up,
Yeah.
and it's a keyboard. But we didn't really text. I know texting was a thing. Like I said, whatever, but it was a thing. We just didn't text. It was
Yeah.
like when I first got texting, I had to pay so much for text, and I only got so many or something
Yeah.
stupid like that. So
Most of our conversations was through either
MySpace.
MySpace, MSN, we're not MSN Messenger.
MSN, that was when I was in middle school more. I didn't really have
Well,
it when I was in high school.
But when I'll get to that. We'll get to there.
You can edit some of this
Okay.
out, but
No, we're not going to edit any of it. We're just going to let it go. So we messaged each other somehow. We talked on the phone a lot too. Like that was
we
a thing
did.
then.
That was
Like,
a thing. You call people on the phone.
Yeah, you called each other, and so we talked.
We could make a whole nother video about. I do have a video planned for millennials versus Gen Z,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be
gonna be
awesome.
good.
Anyways, there's so many things. Okay.
So we start dating. Everything's really, really good. I think so during this time frame
It was
from
what,
like
January.
my senior. So it was my senior year. It was a 10-month span. I know that.
Now this
for
was a
fact.
super quick breakup because I remember we were all together on New Year's Eve, our
Yeah.
very first year together.
Yeah.
Because our mutual friends were together and we all
Yeah.
went to a church service
Yeah,
together.
it was just a couple of weeks.
Yeah, it really wasn't. Maybe a couple. It was a week probably that we were
Yeah.
split up. Honestly, anyways. Go ahead.
Yeah, honestly, it was in January when we got back together because October that following year had made 10 months, and that's we'll get there. So during that time frame, a lot of things happened. I got diagnosed with Crohn's disease in April of that year, and so it was tough on me in a lot of different regards. Honestly, like I'd been having some problems. I wasn't terribly sick or anything, but just hearing you have a disease at 17
And
years
being so
old.
young, yeah, you were 17.
Yeah, it was just tough. And also during that time frame, Brenda's mom was diagnosed with cancer.
In like June of that
In
year.
June of
or
that year.
something. It was the summer. It
Yeah.
was like June.
And so we were already starting to go through some tough things. And then the following school year rolls around, and I'm going through like this, like,
Oh, you graduated?
Yeah, I
You
graduated high
graduated in
school.
May. We had our first little vacation. You went on our family vacation with
I
us.
did.
In May, we went to Myrtle Beach.
yep. And I was just going through like a whatever kind of
He
rebellious.
was a big college boy and didn't want to be with the high school girl anymore.
No, I
That's
don't
what
think
it
it.
was.
Well, you're making a lot of a real serious situation. I think there was a lot of like real underlying issues that I had to.
Work through.
Work
you
through.
did. Not like looking back on it.
Yeah.
Then it was just like you didn't. I didn't really
Right.
see any of that. Like we didn't see
Yeah.
that.
So I broke up with her 10 months in, and we stayed separated for 6 months. I had actually basically kind of was introduced to this girl before I broke up with her. And so I broke up with her. I started dating this girl after that. Was with her for a little while, and honestly, that was the first time in my life I dealt with real conviction. And the type of conviction where it was like, you know, the decisions that I'm making is really starting to affect my life and my future. And I really started to miss her. And then like I would see you out like in town and like pull into the same gas stations.
No, you have to tell this story.
So she was dating another guy too at this time, and they were out in your car. It was that little Camry.
See, I
Right.
don't feel like it was my car.
It was your car.
I don't think it was my car. I don't think I was
It
driving.
was definitely her car.
Okay. See, he doesn't remember details. I do.
Well,
so
no.
we'll just...
But some details I do remember. Anyway, I pulled it. I was driving and I noticed we pulled up to a stop sign and I noticed it was them. And
it
so,
was at Stivers gas station, wasn't it?
it was there where like Papa John's or Papa Joe's used to be, right there at that little stop sign.
Yeah, but we went into
But you turn right.
Stivers.
Yeah, you turn right, and then you went to Stivers. This is a gas station. You guys that are
It
watching this,
probably wasn't even Stivers then.
No.
But anyways.
Anyway, you guys pulled in, and I pulled in too, and I just went in and got like, I don't know, probably like a Red Bull or something.
I don't even remember what I went in for.
And well, I went in first, and then you came in behind me, and like we had eye contact, and it was, you know.
I remember feeling like super like nervous.
Yeah,
So, like my
I
heart
was
was
real
pounding,
anxious.
and I was like, ooh.
And so I was really, really convicted. Knew I needed to get my life together. One, just for myself and my coming into a relationship with Jesus. That was obviously at the forefront. And then, but I also knew that you were the person I was supposed to marry. Like I felt that with like truer than I'd felt anything. And so I broke up with this girl. I was at my dad's house on his like Dell computer. And it was some type of messenger platform. I feel like
I think it was MySpace.
NBC or not NBC, but MSN Messenger. In
I
my
think it
bones,
was
I feel like it was
MySpace.
Messenger.
I don't remember, but I was at Megan's house.
Yeah.
Because I slept over with her a lot when I was growing up, but we stayed up all night talking.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. We stayed up a while talking. Well, we talked the first night.
Talking on the computer.
Yeah. So the first night we talked on the computer a little bit. It was like, I miss you. You know, and he was like, oh, I miss you too. And so like I was like, boom, there was a spark. And the next night, I was at home, and that's when I called you, and you were at Megan's, and we talked on the phone for like a long time after that. See, I don't remember details. And so we got together, we went to the Mexican restaurant, and had a conversation, and
We always went to the Mexican restaurant because it's the only restaurant.
Yeah, we basically started dating again, and
well,
at that point,
it wasn't that easy.
well, there
You
was
had
there
to
was
come
a
and talk to my mom.
there was a process that I had to go through to get her back. Basically, several of the
I
biggest
couldn't
thing
just
was
take him back. Like
her
it was-
parents. Her parents were they tried for 16 years before they had her, and so she was like their pride and joy.
Mm-hmm.
And so like anything done to their baby girl was like up to the very very end. Like your mom said, like I was always on probation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what she's like, you're still on probation. And so I was still even then, but now I see that times are changing. And young men, if you're watching this, listen, this is something I pride myself in. But before I asked her out, I went to her family's house in person. And I sit down with her mom and her dad, and I basically explained everything I'd done wrong, apologized in person, and like explained to them my full intentions.
I do feel like if you hadn't have done that, it wouldn't have went over as well at all.
No, I don't think
So I do feel like it's very important to gain the like respect and stuff from the person that you're dating's parents, whoever is, over them.
Yeah,
you know.
I think it's just the right
Their
thing
family,
to do.
I guess.
I'm a dad now, and when that day comes, even with Macy, Macy's my sister, whom has been living with us for a while, but her boyfriend now, even like he came and like had a conversation with me and
Before
with
he even
you
asked her
before
out.
he asked
Yeah.
her out. Like
So-
explained his. So I think it's like
Very good.
it's like an honorable thing to do. Like it's the we live in a like society's changing so much. Like the norm is not the norm. But I feel like there's some old values that still like are tried and true, and I think like respect and integrity and like all those
Solid
things,
handshake.
like a good solid handshake,
Like
and
something
you know,
that should never go
talking
away.
in person
Yeah.
to someone, looking them in the eye. I think those are things that can't go away. But anyway, I did that, had those conversations, and we started dating, and the rest is history. And as soon as we started dating, basically it was more trials. Soon after Brenda's mom passed, and then 13 months later, well, not too far after that, we found out your dad was diagnosed with cancer, and then 13 months later, she lost her dad too. So within a little over a year, you lost both parents, and on top of that, I had the disease thing going on, and we were starting college, and you were graduating high school, and there was
a lot
so
going
much. There's so many transitions like in that stage of life. Like not only are you starting new things and new chapters of your life. I mean, you were graduating high school and like going to college
But
and
then
choosing
adding all
careers.
this stuff on top of
Then
it.
adding all that, like it was, and I feel like honestly that our history is probably one of the reasons. Naturally, I like to share my life with people. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's not from a standpoint of like, hey, look at me or anything like that, but like I feel like because we've been through so much, we want to share, and
We
we want
would
to
like
share
to help.
and try to help. And like I'm reading a book right now, and like one of the things he says is it's yes, like when you look at people who have succeeded, it's good to study those things, but also when you look at people's failures, like you learn a ton from that too. So not just because we've succeeded in everything we've done, but honestly because of we've failed in a lot of areas and we've made a lot of mistakes. Because of those things, we have this like, you know, bank of knowledge that
Yeah.
we've acquired through doing some things right, a lot of things wrong.
Yeah.
And I feel like we want
And
to
just
share.
kind of figuring it out as we go. I mean, like a lot of you guys know we got married young.
Yeah.
You know, we met when I was 15. We ended up getting married when I was 19. Jeremy
Yeah.
was 21.
And that was a thing that we both knew it was a God thing. We were going to get married.
Yeah, as soon as we got back together, it was always your intention. You were like, I'm going to marry you.
Yeah.
Like, there was never any question. It was like when you finally came to that realization, it was like you were the one that I'm going to marry.
Yeah.
And we just knew it was coming, but it worked out to be a really good time. And I just think,
Well, we both lived in Richmond. We're both going to school. We both had jobs. We're both making our own money. We both had apartments. And so it just made sense. Like, to the world, it didn't make sense. We didn't have careers yet. We weren't financially stable. And, you know, a lot of it didn't make sense to, like, you know, the normal.
right.
But we felt strongly that's what we should do. And we had the support of our closest friends and family. And that's all that mattered. And
I mean, we
Here we
grew
are.
up together. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like that's what made us stronger. Is we grew up together pretty much. I mean,
yeah.
we had to grow up kind of, you know,
Yeah.
we had a lot of things happen, but, I mean, we are not perfect. We still had, like, stupid little arguments and, like,
Yeah,
dumb little
it's all
stuff,
the
like,
time.
every day.
All the time. over
Like,
something
when we
dumb.
make this video and you all think, like, oh, they're so cute, whatever, just know, like,
Yeah.
sometimes it's not always so cute around here. Like,
It's
we were in
everywhere.
the car, and I said, oh, I still have some ice cream at home, and Jeremy was like, no, I got mad at you the other night and I ate your ice cream.
Yeah, I was a little.
No, you didn't.
I did. I thought to myself, I was a little mad. And I was like, I'm going to eat her ice cream. And that'll teach her. So, yeah, we got.
So we got those, you know, we don't have major issues. We are fundamentally like, you know, we believe the same things. We, you know, we have the core
Yeah.
values in place. But of course, like when you live with someone, like they're going to get on your nerves.
Yeah.
He gets on my nerves.
Well, but
sometimes, but
that's the thing in marriage, though. Like your foundational things.
Yeah.
Like for me, my parents divorced when I was just a baby. I don't remember them ever being together, and so for me, that's my biggest fear, and it's like a battle. But one thing, like from day one, we said in our marriage is like that isn't even like a conversation.
we don't threaten each other with it when we're
It's
mad.
like not even like a thing.
No.
And so we have our worldview, our principles, our values are grounded in what we believe in and all that good stuff. And the other stuff is just petty, honestly.
Yeah,
And that stuff comes and goes.
It's people stuff.
Yeah.
Anytime you deal with people, like
Yeah.
it happens. Like it's fine.
But it's one of the things you have to, like, if those foundational things aren't lined up, it's going to be, I would imagine, pretty difficult for anybody to stay together.
Yeah.
To get through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine.
So we again, going in reverse, we got back together. I asked you to marry me in December of 2011. We got married in June 2012.
Yeah.
June 2nd. And so that was that. We had a little one-bedroom apartment in Richmond. We worked. We
a
eventually...
little basement apartment with those, what were they? Like centipedes?
Yeah, those little, like, thousand legs
They were
things.
so
They were
fast,
everywhere.
too. You would just look and they'd be like, oh.
All over the wall. I got really sick. Had to have a big surgery during that time, too.
Yeah, in December. We've been married like 6 months or something. He was pretty much sick.
Yeah,
From
I
the
was
start
sick from
of
I was
us
sick
getting
from
married, like
that summer before we got married, like up until the surgery. And honestly, like I probably almost died a little bit. Like looking back at those pictures, I was like 150 pounds.
He was
like,
little. He was like a
It
skeleton.
was bad. So again, we say none of that. This is not a pity thing. We're not, like moping like, oh me, oh my. That's not what this is about. This is just we are the way we are, and we are where we are at. Because of the things that shaped us. And
Yeah.
you guys out there too, like we have very close friends and their stories, it's like, oh my gosh, like how did they get through that? Like how did they go through? So there's so many of you guys out there that have your own unique story. And that's one thing, like every person, you're special and you are here for a purpose, and like the world needs your story. The world
Yeah.
needs your testimony. The world needs what you have to offer. And this is just us trying to offer what we have
Yeah.
to the world. And so that's a little bit in a nutshell. Like we're at like 24 minutes right now, so we probably won't go too further
We'll have to
into
cut
it.
some
Like
of this too. Like
no,
make it-
I'm just gonna roll it. Roll the whole thing. Why? That's what a video podcast is. Like they're long.
Would people watch this?
As we go through the channel, as we make more videos, we will of course dive into like more specifics and more details of each of those things that we talked about. But that's kind of like an overview of how we met and what got us here. Anything else you want to say?
I don't think so. I can't sit still.
Should we kiss on camera?
No.
Why?
No.
Give me a kiss.
No, you did that to me on your Colorado video, and you said you were
I'll
going to
edit
edit
it
it
out.
out. No, you won't.
Give me a kiss.
No one wants to see us kiss on camera.
They do though. They love that kind of thing. You didn't even kiss me back. You're such a loser. You got like.
No. You got to edit this
I'm
out.
not editing it.
Yes, you are.
Give me. You guys have a good one. This is what's funny. People will like this. Maybe not.
I don't know if they will or not.